Karen hated my yard. Every week, she found something new to complain about. Grass too long, bushes too wide, driveway too dusty. I knew she didn't really care about neighborhood standards. She just wanted to control everything. So when my backyard project started, she completely lost it. I'd been working on restoring a section of land behind my house. What Karen didn't know was that the slope, the trees, even the wildflowers were part of a designated historical site. The property had been surveyed and recognized years before the HOA even existed. To me, it wasn't just a project, it was preserving history. One Saturday morning, I woke up to the sound of engines. Karen had rented a landscaping crew without asking me and was shouting orders from my driveway. Rip out those bushes. Level that slope. This yard is a violation of HOA landscaping policy. I stormed outside. What the hell are you doing on my property? Karen didn't even flinch. The HOA voted. Your yard doesn't match community guidelines. It's an eyesore. We're fixing it and you'll be billed for the work. The landscapers hesitated. I could see they weren't sure about following her orders. Touch one more plant, I warned them, and you'll be part of a federal case. They froze. Karen cackled. Federal case? Don't be ridiculous. It's just a yard. That's when I pulled out the file. I'd been waiting for this moment. Inside the folder were official documents. Maps, letters from the State Historical Commission, and photos of the exact area she was trying to bulldoze. The land wasn't just mine. It was protected under state law. This, I said, holding up the papers, is a registered historical landmark, and you just ordered an unauthorized demolition on it. Karen blinked, suddenly unsure. That can't be real. Call the state office yourself, I said, or better yet, wait for the police, because I'm filing charges. Right on cue, my neighbor, a retired lawyer, came walking over, phone in hand. Already called them, he said with a grin. Within the hour, a state inspector showed up, followed by a patrol car. The inspector walked the property, looked at the documents, then turned to Karen. Ma'am, this is a protected site. You've trespassed, attempted destruction of historical property, and violated state preservation law. You could be looking at fines in the tens of thousands. Karen's face went pale. The officer added, and since you directed workers onto private property without permission, that's criminal trespass. The landscapers quickly packed up and left, muttering about never working for that crazy HOA lady again. Karen tried to argue. But the HOA rules. The inspector cut her off. HOA rules don't override state law. In fact, they don't apply to this property at all. You're lucky the homeowner had documentation, or you'd already be in handcuffs. The officer gave her one last warning. Step foot on this property again, and you will be arrested. Karen slinked away, red-faced, her HOA clipboard clutched like a shield. Word spread fast after that. Neighbors came by to congratulate me, some even laughing that Karen had been schooled by history. The best part? A month later, the state installed a small plaque at the edge of my yard. Designated historical site, protected by state law. Karen has to walk past it every day on her morning inspection rounds. She never looks at me, never says a word. But I know what she's thinking. She tried to tear up my yard, and instead, she ended up cementing it in history forever.